Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. An unusual on this, it's the movie cinema releases, theatre releases here in the UK from the 18th of March. But obviously with this coronavirus, there is a possibility some of these releases will change. And I have heard that A Quiet Place 2 could be postponed indefinitely. We don't know the date yet. But I'll go ahead with what should be due out on the 18th of March to the 20th of March here in the UK. And please just check your local cinema listings and obviously news around the world of what's going on with these things. But we'll do this anyway and see what's there for you to watch out at the cinema in the UK, hopefully, over the next few days. Right, let's start with The Quiet Place 2 then, which is obviously the biggie of the week. An hour and 37 minutes, 15 rating, a horror thriller. Of course, it's a sequel to the excellent, I did enjoy A Quiet Place from 2018. Written and directed by John Krasinski, a very talented young man he's turning out to be. Stars Emily Blunt, Millicent, Simmonds, Noah Jupe, reprising their roles from the first film, Cillian Murphy, and of course, Diamond, I don't know how to pronounce that, my apologies, Hounslow, who also joined the cast. Obviously, Krasinski also reprises his role from the first film in newly filmed flashback sequences, so that's how we get Mr. Krasinski back into it. Talks of a sequel began in April 2018, following the box office success of the first film. By the following August, Krasinski was writing the film and he was hired in February 2019 to direct. Production took place from June to September 2019. It follows following the events at home that we saw in the original film. The Abbott family now face the terrors of the outside world, forced to venture into the unknown. They realise the creatures that hunt by sound are not the only threats lurking beyond the sandpath. And obviously, as I said, we do get flashbacks to like a prequel, if you like, which would have been good in its own way, wouldn't it? Any good? Well, it's got a budget, not a massive budget actually. I mean, the original Quiet Place had a $21 million budget. This is now got approximately 17 million. That's an approximation, so not any more than the first one, but obviously the first one did claw about 341 million at the box office. So fingers crossed this will be released fairly soon and we'll be able to get to watch it. Please let me know in the comments below if you, I don't have any more information at the moment, reviews, etc. So let me know in the comments if you do get to see a preview copy or watch this. Please let me know. Right, the next one we'll look at is Astronaut, a PG rating, hour and 37 minutes of drama. It's a Canadian drama film, although I have seen it written also it's a British bat film, so I'm not quite sure on that, but it's down as a Canadian drama, written and produced by Sheila MacLeod. Stars Richard Dreyfuss, Lyriq Bent and Krista Bridges. What's it about? Well, Angus is an elderly widower in a dysfunctional family, aren't we all? When a billionaire announces a competition that grants 3 individuals a chance to fly in space, Angus sees his chance to live out a lifelong dream. Lying about his age, Angus successfully enters a competition and wins one of 3 spots. Any good? Well, Rotten Tomatoes, they report that the film has an overall approval rating of 59%, which isn't bad, 5.9 out of 10, based on 34 reviews. And has a rated average of just under 5.7 out of 10, 5.69. The Metacritic's rating, again, 5.5 out of 10, so not great. And it scores anywhere between 4 out of 10 and 7.5 out of 10. One of the lowest marks is from Los Angeles Times' Gary Goldstein, who gave it 4 out of 10 and wrote a sluggish drama about aging and holding on to your dreams. And then we do get the 6.7 out of 10, which is one of the highest scores from Original Sin's Jim Slotek, who wrote, at times, that slowness and steadiness in writer-director Sheila MacLeod's tale is worth the wait. The solid actors Dreyfuss and Graham Greene do their thing. At others, it's a source of consternation, particularly when events are moving at what should be a swift pace. But the sad piano soundtrack trope in the first act is probably the movie's biggest hurdle. Stay with it, though. And Internet Movie Database rating, I mean, it's pretty consistent, really. It's only 5.7 out of 10. So you do get the 1 out of 10 marks with comments such as Astronaut, this movie was slow, to the 10 out of 10 remarks to a touching, heartwarming family film, Dreams Can Come True. So very mixed response to Astronaut. If you get to watch that, please let me know what you think. And the next one we're going to look at is Radioactive, which is a 12A, an hour and 49 minutes, a biography, drama, romance. And this is a British biographical film directed by Marjane Satrapi, I've probably pronounced that wrong, my apologies, or Marjane Satrapi, stars Anya Taylor-Joy, Rosamund Pike, and Aneurin Barnard. The film is based on the graphic novel by Lauren Redniss. What's it about? Well, it's the story of the scientific and romantic passions of Marie Sklodowska. I've said a good one today, isn't it? Sklodowska Curie, Polish, Marie Curie, obviously in short, Polish scientist, and Pierre Curie, and the reverberation of their discoveries throughout the 20th century. Sounds a little dry, but my sort of thing. On review aggregated Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 75%, so it is well liked on 16 reviews, and has an average rating of just over 6 out of 10. On Metacritic, the Metascore, not quite as nice, not quite as helpful. The film has a weighted average only of 5.5 out of 10. Only based on 8 critics, so who score it anywhere between 2 and 8.4 out of 10. Just to sum up the views on the critics, the playlist Robert Daniels gave it 5.8 out of 10 and wrote, if Radioactive spent more significant time with Curie's eccentricities, we might have arrived at a real character study. Instead, the biopic strained narrative bonds dissolve awash in a series of disconnected events. So again, not very complimentary. It's normally my sort of film, although there's a feeling that it could be a little bit dry. So please let me know in the comments if you get to watch this and what you think. The next one we're going to look at, The Jesus Rolls, the 15 rating, an hour and 25 minutes, a crime comedy drama written by, directed by, and starring John Turturro, acting as both a remake of the 1974 French film Going Places by Bertrand Blier and a spin-off to the 1998 wonderful cult film The Big Lebowski by the Coen brothers, from which Turturro reprised his role as Jesus Quintano. So there's where the title comes from. It also stars Bobby Cannavale and Audrey Tautou. About, well, like the original Going Places, it follows a trio of sexually depraved misfits. I mean, what more could we ask? Any good? Well, Rotten Tomatoes has given it a pretty pitiful 21% based on 28 reviews, an average rating of just under 5 out of 10, which isn't a total disaster. The website's critics' consensus reads, the Jesus Rolls implying to the gutter in its misguided attempt to belatedly explore the not great, based on just 10 reviews, so it's only based on 10 critics' reviews, who score it anywhere between 3 out of 10 and 9.1 out of 10, so a wide range there. Los Angeles Times' Michael Reckstaffen only gave it 3 out of 10 and wrote, a gutter ball of sophomoric, white, middle-aged, male sex farce fantasy that quickly wears out an already tenuous welcome. To the New York Times, Glenn Kenny, who gave it 6 out of 10, so liked it a little bit more. The movie doesn't always work, but it's never boring. And it's got an IMDb Internet Movie Database user rating. Again, not a great score of 4.3 out of 10. And you get comments from 1 out of 10s and comments such as, this is not a Coen Brothers film. No one said it was. Sadly embarrassing. And then we do get the 10 out of 10s, underrated road movie and genius expression of postmodern film. So you get an absolute wide range of things there. So that's the film's out for cinema release. Fingers crossed. But as I said, it looks as though some of these could be altered. A Quiet Place Part 2, 15 rating. That looks as though it could be cancelled now. Also available, Astronaut on PG, a drama film. Radioactive 12A, a biographical drama. And of course, the last one we just mentioned, The Jesus Rolls, of 15, an hour and 25 minutes. And that's obviously a comedy, drama, everything. But obviously not very well received, is it, out there? So they're the 4 films that are on at this, that are due to be released on the, sorry to emphasize that, but please accept my apologies. But we have to put this out there anyway. We don't know any set dates, etc. So as and when A Quiet Place 2 comes out, obviously I'll hopefully do a full review on that, plus more of these 4 that are coming out this week. Please, to get to know about these, push the old bell notification. If you're not subscribed already, please do so. And then bell notifications, you get to know when these little movie review specials come out. This is more an information video of what's out, as I do with the out to buy DVD Blu-rays as well. It's more information, and then particular films I will pick up on and do proper reviews on. So please push that bell notification so you know when I'm doing this. Thumbs up's always great, much appreciated. Sorry for the bit of a diggle-to-piggle on this week, I say, with a little bit of uncertainty over the release of these films. Please follow me on Twitter for all the latest news on at nostalgia_movie. I'll give you all the latest news on releases and suspensions on there. And I'm also on Facebook at links to Burn Deneen with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my little website for old rare DVDs. They're available, and posters from the 90s and 2000s and board games. So if you can have a look on there, much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this bit of a disjointed one today. Keep safe, keep warm, keep inside. If you've got any symptoms, self-isolate. Go online, find out what you have to do to make sure. I've had a bit of a cold and a cough for a while, but it's certainly no worse than that. So fingers crossed, and good luck to lots of people who I not personally know, but I'm aware of, who are actually contracting this disease. It's absolutely shocking. Anyway, what are you going to do the rest of the day? Have a good one. Stay safe. Look after yourself. Look after your friends. Keep your eye on your family. Look after your family. And hopefully I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. It's been saying goodbye for now. Bye-bye.